What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Taking Shots podcast. We are your guys' hosts. I am Angel.
And I'm Luis.
And as you guys can see, La Vivi is missing again. Why is she missing, Luis?
So what she told us, I don't know if you guys know her that much, but like she has a hobby of like going bird watching. And right now it's the season for the pigeons around the area. So she went to go bird watch today. So she can't be joining us.
The migration of the pigeons.
We let her just because it's the migration, you know.
So, but
anyways, we're here though.
And we wanted something simple today. We want to go all crazy, you know. So we're just drinking some cut water, the pineapple margarita, and you guys know we still have to take shots, so we're gonna take in Jose Cuervo, dude.
I just realized, bro.
What?
This has 2 shots in it.
What?
So us going light and gets a strong ass drink.
I swear?
Yeah, it says it on the side. Look, right here. Look.
Swear to God.
2 shots. What's inside? 2 shots.
Oh my.
Cold water, tequila, triple sec, and pineapple juice.
Oh my God.
I think they're 12%, bro.
They're 10%. It says right there 10.
Hola. No, but some light.
Damn, we thought it was light, but we'll take this shot right here.
Oh my God, this is what's not gonna be light. Oh
this is God. Disgusting.
Tengo miedo.
But hey guys, if you guys like the podcast, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it with everybody. It does, it helps us out a lot.
Tell your mama, your father,
your kids,
your auntie,
whoever it is.
You already know. All right.
Shit.
Listo.
I hate it, dude. Are we taking the whole thing? Fuck.
We're taking shots, bro.
Fuck. All right.
I don't know if I can though.
I don't either.
All right.
All right. Cheers. I hate it here.
I left a little. Oh my God.
I think Jose Cuervo was one of like the worst tequilas ever, dude.
It was cheap though.
That's why.
The economy is bad right now.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I have a question for you.
All right, let's hear it.
So when you took gulp like something like that, does it just go?
No, I held it. I hold it in my mouth for like a second, dude, because I have to mentally prepare myself.
That's worse.
No, dude, I have to mentally prepare myself for taking a shot because, like, okay, I'm drinking it and I'm like. And then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, dude, it's already, I know it's gonna be disgusting. I don't want to drink it, but I'm like, real quick. But with these ones, I'd rather like do one and done, dude. How you did it? You did 2.
Yeah.
I'd rather just taste it once and that be it.
That's because I couldn't do the whole thing because I have to hold it in my mouth and I'm like, oh, that's capacity, and then had to do it again. But dude, back then we didn't use chasers.
I know, that's the crazy thing, dude. We never used to use chasers. We do straight Patron straight, dude. Now Patron straight, disgusting.
Now we're like, oh, a little chaser. Now we're still dying with a chaser.
Yeah,
that's why I started drinking whiskey. But the fitness is el tequila es más bueno.
Oh, dude, fuck no.
Anyways, what's the topic today, Angel?
So we have a couple topics today, guys. But we're gonna start with one right here. So, as everybody knows, when you're a guy, for example, and you go out and I don't know when it started, like this word popped up that everybody started using it. Because basically back then it's like, oh yeah, you got game, or can you spit game? That was, I don't even know when it transitioned over to Rizz.
Yeah.
Like what is Rizz, and do you think it's important?
I think it is a little important.
Okay.
It is important, because that's how you got to flow.
Yeah.
That's how you get the.
Because like I'm telling you, back then it was like, oh, do you have game or no game? Because you go out and you go talk to the girls or whatever, and you go you try to pick them up basically.
Yeah.
So especially like, well, I mean, I think back then it was probably different for us because we didn't really go to bars or anything. I don't think we didn't really used to go to bars like that. Mostly like stay at home.
Puro Xbox,
Yeah. But do you think some people have like more Rizz than others?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell like when people have it and when they don't,
Yeah.
Because it is like
it's got to be a tool, basic tool for survival.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Come on, at least in the, what is it called? The mentality. What the fuck is it? The primal.
Your primal belief.
I have a primal belief, bro. You gotta, as an alpha, you gotta get the tail.
No, but I think
So-
honestly, I think it's because I do know some people that like are scared to talk to girls, right? And it's crazy because I feel. I mean,
They're little bitches.
nah, yeah, but at the same time, it's like they never were out like so that social.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that like are introverts,
Yeah.
so they stay in all the time, and then we take them out every now and then, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
scared.
But you think it also too? I feel like it depends on the girl that you're talking to.
Yeah, that is true.
Your Rizz will change up based on the girl. I'll say too.
That is true. Because sometimes like if they're dry,
Yeah.
like if they're obviously you can pick up on when they don't want to be talking to you,
Yeah.
so you're like whatever. Like
When they're dry, it's fucking bad. It's like even
you're just looking dumb.
no. Well, let's say you have Rizz and everything, but like she's being like you spitting some game,
Mhm.
and then she's responding dry. It even like te quita like nah,
Like,
you're
I know,
oh,
you're
fuck
like,
this bitch.
never
Yeah,
mind,
no,
yeah.
yeah, never mind. Like you boring nigga. Or you boring.
What about do you think all right, so
All right, what's some keys for you to have the Rizz? What's the
keys
key?
to have Rizz. All
Yeah.
right, so for me,
What do you okay? The scale of 1 to 10. How's your Rizz? I would say.
I would say, well, honestly, it's kind of hard to judge myself, like give myself a number, but I would say
You want
like,
God to judge you?
huh?
You want God to judge you?
God is the only one that can judge me. No,
Maybe
but-
later, but today is
No,
you.
today is me. No, okay. So for me, like, okay, honestly, me, I like on a scale of 1 to 10, we'll
Uh-huh.
say I'm probably like a strong 8. I think.
Míralo.
Yeah,
Damn.
but I think the thing is like back then,
Uh-huh.
probably like a 2,
Uh-huh.
which is crazy because obviously like when when you're growing up, y todo.
Yeah.
And also like the things that I like that I make sure like say like you're going out, right? You gotta have your fit.
Okay.
You have to have a good fit.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have to smell good, a good
Okay.
cologne.
Okay.
All right. And then I think the most important one is being able to have like keep the conversation going.
Uh-huh.
Because if say you're talking to the girl, right? And then you're being dry and then you ran out of things to say,
Mhm.
then what?
You block her.
No, but like I said, no, like I'm saying, like when you like say you go out, like say you go out to like a
Yeah.
bar, like whatever you're doing, you're gonna go do an activity,
Mhm.
and then that's just me. What I do, like okay, have the fit, cologne, and then obviously like make sure I can keep the
all
conversation
that,
going.
You're saying all that is part of the Rizz.
It is
right?
like all that is part of the Rizz, and there's like
let's say
more.
fit. Okay. Backtrack you. All right.
All right,
Bring it
all
back.
right,
Bring it
all
back.
right.
All right. Your keys to Rizz. Name them right now.
The keys to Rizz: being confident.
Okay.
You
Confident.
got to be confident.
Confident.
Good hygiene.
Good hygiene. All right. Te tienes que bañar.
Though you got like not even just like like be clean, like
Put
like
some deodorant.
deodorant. You don't want to smell musty, any of that, because that's like unattractive.
No
to-
swamp ass.
Nah, hell no.
All right.
It's okay. So confidence,
Okay.
hygiene,
Okay.
and then just looking good. I would say
Gotta look
like
good.
gotta
Sexy.
look good. It's like it's
Filoso.
no. It's honestly what they say. It's like you look good, you feel good.
Okay.
So like when you look
That-
good,
that's
it gives
part
you
of the- of
it's
confidence
confidence.
a bit.
Like
Yeah,
it gives you a little more confidence. You're like, oh, you know what? Like, all
Yeah.
right,
All right. Sounds good.
What about you? What about you? What's what are yours for Rizz?
All right.
What's the one?
Alcohol.
Well, honestly, okay, so like
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. No, I say hygiene for sure.
Yeah.
It's like a must because my number one compliment that I've gotten like with girls is like smell.
Yeah.
And it's like look, I always have my weekend perfumes, you know what I mean?
Dude, if you got a good perfume,
Yeah. Good,
I can
good
guarantee
clone, a clone.
yeah, my bad.
cologne.
Cologne. If you guys have a good cologne, girls are gonna notice it.
That's gonna step your game up.
That alone will step your game up
Yeah.
because when you go meet somebody, and I think it's like it boosts your confidence too when someone says you smell good. So
Yeah.
then right there you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, hug her. As soon as you're like, let's say you're in a date or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the very first thing, hug her, que huela el pinche perfume, y recién
Cologne.
puesto. Yeah, el clone.
Yeah.
You know? But in Spanish, I think it is perfume. So we're good.
For both?
I was speaking in Spanish. No, yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
But okay, hygiene, which
Mhm.
is like how you said, like
just being like honestly like being clean, like
Shower.
Yeah, literally just shower. Like having oily skin and stuff like that. Like it's unattractive and stuff.
Like, hey, even if you're a guy, take care of the little blackheads and everything.
Yeah.
You know, like here and there, like buy some stuff to like clean your teeth good. Get a clean haircut. Like hey, if you have a beard, if you don't have a beard, don't look musty. I would say like don't have like that like stubby little beard like patches and shit like that. If they look like patches, might as well fucking take it off.
You might as well just take that shit off,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Like it's either, and if you have a beard, even if you have a beard, I would say trim it or like maintenance
groom it like
groom it every like 2 to 3 days. Because like a mí pues me crece, but 2 to 3 days. Know how to use a straight razor. Así para
to line it up, and nice. Everything. Yep.
So I think that's for sure is like, how you said, you look good, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good. Your confidence,
it's gonna go up.
Which is the second one. Confidence is gonna go up. The other thing.
Because I feel okay. So the thing with like how you were like, I know you're just playing like with alcohol, but it's true because when you have alcohol in your system,
confidence.
People call it like liquid courage. It's like you have more courage to go do things, and I think if you have Rizz, you can do all this stuff without having alcohol in your system.
Okay, I'm gonna backtrack it a little bit because I'm a little bitch. Just because I think I have, what is it called? I don't know if I'm stuck up or too much pride. Maybe a little bit of like I might have like a little bit of pride.
Yeah.
But with the alcohol, you might drop it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe like a little sip. Maybe a little, just a little. Just enough. To for my wrist to start working.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's with alcohol when I try to wrist.
No, yeah,
I'm just an alcoholic.
No, but I think that's like the big difference too. Is like I think like people that have Rizz is like they can do it without all this stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes when you are lit too, you can be like a little pendejo.
Yeah,
like like think of it this way: like if you're almost blacked out drunk and you're slurring your words trying to pick up this girl, like dude.
If it backfires,
dude, it backfires on you. It's like
you gotta know how to,
Yeah, I would say like okay, it's fine if you were to have like a couple drinks, and you're still conscious. But as soon as you like blackout drunk, dude, like don't be trying to go pick up girls, because it's like it's gonna go bad for you.
Like if you already feel a little dizzy, if you go to the mirror.
And then you're like looking at yourself like, please
like,
God.
Like, fuck, stop. Like, stop. Don't even try it. You're like, or you have to go to like, you gotta take a piss and you're like fucking holding yourself over here in the wall. Taking a piss like that.
And I know we've all been there. I know we have all been there. I know most of the guys have been so lit that they're like holding the fucking urinal right here. Here, I'll show you right here. Look, I'll show you right here.
All right,
they're holding it right here, and you're like this. Watch. Hold on. Hopefully this needs to fall. You're like this, and you're like, all right, I'm chilling right now. Like you're chilling. So that's like a no-go. If you're like trying to pick up girls, like I would say like more chill with the boys at that point, dude, because you're not gonna get nothing.
yeah. From there, maybe get her Snapchat or something. Touch
if
her
you can.
But don't even try. Don't even try.
No, yeah, dude. But everybody.
You didn't even let me finish my list.
Yeah.
All right.
My fault.
Pinche meco.
My fault.
All right. Meco loco. All right. All right. So how I said hygiene, confidence. And confidence attributes a lot as a guy. So it's not just like, you have the will to just go up to the girl.
Yeah.
Also, like, how you said, you got to look good. But I'm not talking about like, wearing nice ass Gucci fucking fit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, work out. Like, make yourself, look
presentable.
masculine.
Like presentable, like.
Yeah, look fit. Look fit.
Well, I wouldn't even say it's that either because like. There could be like different factors, like a lot of people don't go to the gym and they could still have Rizz. But or not even like just look.
But it's part of your appearance.
Yeah, I think that's another one right there.
Even if you like, let's say dude, people that work out and go to the gym and everything, like when they know they got that, let's say the physique, like the body and everything, their confidence automatically goes up. You know, even the same thing. Let's say fighting too. Even if. Like, if you know how to fight and shit like that, your confidence goes up. Yeah,
because you're like, what, I can fight. Yeah, like, if somebody wants to try me, I can do something. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do something about it.
Yeah.
So, All right, so what the fuck was I saying?
So hygiene,
Hygiene,
confidence.
confidence.
You were saying your appearance that went with like
For me, this is a big one. For me, eye contact.
eye contact.
If you can keep the eye contact and keep her engaged, like
Yeah.
you know, if you're talking to her and you're gonna keep her engaged, that's
That
like your Rizz. That's
yeah.
your Rizz. Because like a lot of people, like how you said it, you do a little comment, you know, like you don't know what the fuck to say or something, and then you fucking.
And then it's kind of awkward, you
go
know.
out
You're
and
like
shit
looking
like that,
around,
you know?
like oh, and then you're like trying to think. You're like oh,
Yeah.
so like oh, you know, what about the weather?
And then there's a little toxic breaker.
What? What? Breaker?
All right, I said it a little different, but
That
like,
is crazy.
But like breaker, because I mean, girls, and you know, a lot of times, like as a guy, you think it's like, oh, like you know, you're the only one that's nervous, but honestly, the girl might be nervous too. Y también, like you know, there's if she's like no, you know, there's you can tell when a girl's like into you, but you're trying to talk to her and she's like, you know, short answered or she's just shy and shit like that. Try to take that shyness away. Like make her feel comfortable. Make her feel comfortable. And yeah, like even crack little jokes here and there and everything. Like, you know, if there's something like obvious, you know, fucking point it out.
Yeah.
Like fucking it'll make it better.
Yeah.
So,
And then I also like I want to like backtrack a little bit. Like for when you said like appearance. If honestly, I don't think that there should be an excuse for guys. Like if like because you have the time to make yourself like the better version of yourself every day, basically. And if you know, like say you have acne, like for me, I had like really bad acne back in the day.
I had some too, bro.
Yeah, dude. And that like, you know, I had really bad acne back in the day, and I was like, you know what, like,
wait, acne is not like granitos, huh?
No, it's like not like you know, like really bad acne.
No,
like you had, I think you had seen me like before.
I would get like the little dude. I hated the ones in the fucking nose, but it was like the little granitos, you know, with the little nasty like juice or whatever, you know. That's the only thing. And acne,
but like acne, like a lot of people are. I think they're like really self conscious about like acne because I mean it is like for me personally that like that's what I went through. Like I was like, oh, I have acne. Like nobody's gonna look my way. This and that. And then after you know a certain point in my life, I was like, you know what, like I need to clear it up. So then I went on medication, got rid of it. I was like, all right. And then at the same time, that's when we were like going to the gym hella. Well, like with Danny, I mean, but. And so it was like a 2-in-1, you know, like I was taking this medication for my acne, clearing that up. And then, you know, how you said, your physique, your body, taking care of my body. And, you know, as soon as like I was done with it, like my treatment y todo, I was like, my confidence, I was like, dude, through the roof, you know? So then I think that's a really big part of it is like a lot of guys make excuses like, oh, you know, like, I'm ugly or this and that. Like, you're not ugly. You just don't want to take the time to take care of yourself, you know, take care of your body. Because in reality, you do have the time to take care of it. You just choose, you know, to either play video games or, you know, do something other than taking care of yourself. Well,
simply as this, how do you expect to like, you know, pull a bad bitch if you're just fucking all the time at home playing video games and doing shit like that, you know? Like
it's like you have to have some social skills, you know, and then take care of yourself.
Skills. You know, even if like, you know, there's a little toxic, but like there's a little toxic, but like, you know, como digo, you can always this bad as this got a little bad, you know, but practice with like, let's say not that attractive girls, let's say, as a guy, because you can like, you know, get a little practice.
Yeah.
You know, and then from there, you know, you rank up, you know what I mean? Get the next prestige for the gamers out there.
Level up.
Yeah, level up, fam.
No. And you know, it's like obviously like, you know, when you're younger, it obviously takes some time to like, you know, get to that like, to a certain point where you're like really confident with yourself.
And then also to like learn how to dress.
Yeah. Like literally like choose a style that honestly, I would just say like choose a style that kind of fits you, you know? It's like you and me dress different, you know, like I'm more like streetwear, loose clothes, oversized shirts, and you're kind of see more like a little bit more like apretado, you know?
Yeah. Well, for me, I have different kind of like styles.
Yeah.
Because even I know how to wear like,
even when we go out.
Yeah. Too. Like I know how to wear a little bit like, let's say streetwear with like, I try to mix it up with like a little fancy stuff here and there, like button up shirts with like, you know, little street pants here and there. And like even like Mexican, like, you know, concerts and everything, I go full on like, you know, botas and everything, you know, like, you know, you gotta dress like, you know, you don't specifically have to wear one same style,
Yeah.
but like actually when you're wearing something, know how to wear that.
That
You
thing.
know,
Yeah.
and accessorize too.
Yeah.
Like accessories is like
yeah.
a big thing too.
Yeah.
Like accessories is like jewelry, you know, give you some jewelry, earrings, or you
Like
don't have
chain,
to
you know, whatever it is.
chain, little things like that, you know,
Yeah.
will make a big difference on like your appearance. I mean, tattoos nowadays are part of the appearance.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to or anything too, but like, you know, it does.
But it is like
It is a little bit part of the appearance. There's
just
girls that are into it.
yeah, it just goes back to like what you feel comfortable in.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
like what you feel comfortable in, and then how Louis said it's like learn that like how to style
Yeah,
yourself. You know,
Mhm,
it's like that is a big part of it too.
mhm.
You know, because like even well, you like honestly like even me recently like that like not even that long ago that's when I switched up my whole style. Like you know like you remember how I used to dress like not that like probably like a year ago,
Mhm.
and it was whack. Do you remember? No, not really.
I didn't think you didn't have it that bad or anything
Mm.
like that.
Well, for me, it was
How
like
do you rate your style? No, 1 to 10 again.
1 to 10. I would say like a 9.
Okay.
I would say there is like, well, I'll say like an 8 because I think there's always some things that you can do better. Like I wish I could accessorize more.
Mhm.
That's one thing is like that I'm missing is like accessorizing.
Mhm.
But I'm kind of like just a simple, you know, like look,
No,
I just
but
have like the
honestly
yeah.
though, it doesn't have to be like over exaggerated.
No, yeah,
You know, something simple will do.
yeah.
You know,
Like for me, I'm like simple, you know, like oh, I like you know my fit, like even like with your shoes, it's like your shoes, your pants, your shirt, whatever it is. Like if you wear hats,
yeah.
you know, it's like you just got to tie it all together, and then at the
Mhm.
end of the day, it's like okay, if you feel confident in this, like make sure you're styling it right and be confident in that in what you're wearing.
Yeah.
When and if you go out.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
What's mine? Rate mine.
Well, I want you to rate yours first, and then
No, the only reason I said it so you could rate mine.
rate yours.
Yeah.
For you, I'd probably give you like an 8 too. An 8 because I think like there's some things like obviously like I'm telling you me like I wear loose jeans and you wear like tighter like a little bit tighter jeans. So like me, I'm like not really into it like anymore. I was back then. But it's just a style that's going around right now too.
Yeah, well,
It's
it
like-
depends too, because like for me, I feel like I'm always like late to styles and everything.
Yeah.
But for me, like I always kept it like even since I was like in middle school. Like I like to wear like tighter, like in the bottom, like you
Mhm.
know, like pants and everything because of like shoes.
Yeah.
For me, I used to be like a lot of like I haven't done it lately or haven't got into it, but I was a lot into like you know shoes,
Yeah.
you know Jordans and
Yeah.
everything like the drops and everything like that, and that's why like for me, as long as you had like you know a tighter like you know
At the
like
bottom,
pants,
you know, like joggers,
your-
you know, like
your-
joggers. Yeah. Like,
yeah, as long as you had that, your shoes stand out.
Yeah.
Especially I like high tops.
Yeah.
Like you barely see me with like low tops.
Low tops. Yeah.
Yeah, like I only use it like for the gym, and I have like 1 or 2 that I have like at the house.
yeah.
You know, but I barely use them either. Like it's for me, I like high tops a lot.
Yeah. Because I mean, same with me. Like with me, I usually just wear like my 4s,
Mm-hmm.
like the mids.
Yeah.
It's fine because the low ones do low key kind of feel weird now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they feel weird. But with me, like I don't have a problem like covering them up.
Oh, and
And,
for
like,
me, I can't.
no,
like
like-
for me, like covering it up feels fucking weird.
No, for me covering them up, like I feel comfortable with it just because like okay, like it goes with the fit. You know, like I have baggy stuff, so it's gonna cover it.
Yeah.
But some people do look at your shoes like you know, and they're gonna know like oh, like
Yeah.
you know, oh those are nice shoes, or you know, yada yada yada.
And I get compliments with like shoes. So like for
Yeah.
me, I feel like you know, there's even though my fit might be a little weird, like you know,
The shoes,
the
is,
shoes. Like
yeah.
today, ahorita aquí.
When? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
literally,
ahorita I literally got a
like not that
compliment
long
about
ago.
my
Yeah,
shoes.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that is true. And I don't know, it just goes back to like everything just ties into you like being, you know, confident with yourself and styling yourself. And I mean, obviously, at the same time, some people like can't afford like what they want to style stuff with.
Okay, I'm gonna say something like this too. It doesn't really matter about like the price or anything too much because at the end of the day, like, not that many people know. I still maybe I'm a little bit like that, like you know about my brand. It wasn't about like, let's say, I for sure don't wear like fake shit, you know, but I would
Mhm.
like wear stuff like you know I would rather have, let's say, 1 fucking pair of Jordans compared to have like 5 pairs of like you know With
Like Adidas.
Vans, like Vans,
Adidas or Vans.
Vans
Yeah.
or Converses. You know, 'Cause for me, like, you know, it was like
The Jordans
more
look
like
a lot better.
Yeah, and it was like the status and shit
Yeah.
like that too. So it doesn't really matter. Well, I would say it doesn't really matter about the price too, because at the same time, I do like to wear like stuff that a lot of people don't wear.
Yeah.
Like for me, I do try to be a little bit different. Like
Mhm.
the same thing. Like, you know, I don't wear Air Forces or nothing like that really. Like Air Forces, I don't even know if I own the Air Forces
No?
at all. I don't even
No?
know. Yeah, because it's because I'm like everyone has them.
Yeah.
Like I think I have Air Maxes. Those are
Yeah.
the only ones that like people have.
Yeah.
But I only have that one to the gym because I was like, for the gym, you know.
I don't know. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Cost doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then always too, you got to know how to like we live in the digital age. You got to know how to shop. You know.
Yeah, well, dude,
Like, bro, there's times
I
you go like in the store and there's freaking like buy 3 for like this much. You know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too is like,
Coupons.
okay, honestly, like I don't even shop like in stores anymore.
Yeah.
Like, because everything that I like for my style, like I can never find anything in store, which is kind of crazy. Like I have to order all my stuff like
it's kind of good. It's
in
kind of bad.
advance. Yeah. Well, that way,
Especially if you're trying something new.
yeah.
Because now, well, especially like we don't live in a city or anything
Yeah,
too, so it's a little harder to access like, you know, stuff that you want specifically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it is kind of tough to like, you know, because I bought a lot of stuff online and it looks good online and everything, and then I put it on or something and it looks a little bit different on me. And then right now, well, too, like for me personally, like my body is changing. Like I'm a little bit bigger than how I used to. So like right now, it's like a hit or miss. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear like a large, and then it looks a little too tight. And then I'm like, you know, I'm gonna wear an extra large, and then the fucking extra large is gonna fucking dress, you know. So it's like for me, I kind of like a medium, like, you know how you said too.
Yeah.
Like and it goes for my body type.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, that clothes has to fit your specific, like, you know, body type.
Yeah, body type. Yeah, that's true. So, you know, those are. Oh, what about you? All right, so now back to the question you asked me, and then we'll move on to the next one.
What was the question?
What would you rate your Rizz?
The Rizz in general?
Yeah, your Rizz, because this all ties back to the Rizz.
Sober or drunk?
We'll do sober. Well, just whatever you capped out.
All right,
whatever you capped out at.
Sober is like a solid 4 out of 10.
Damn.
Drunk? Fucking 8 out of 10 or like, you know, 9 out of 10 almost, you know? Just because I do get the confidence boost.
Yeah, because you're not scared to
but
go.
It's because, no, but I'm not really scared. It's more like I'm prideful.
Oh.
Because I don't like to show emotions or fucking feelings or nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Angel T, shout out to you. One day he'll see this.
One day, I hope.
I hope.
Nah, he will. And it's crazy. Like, you got to speak it into existence.
Yeah, exactly.
So he will watch this one day.
Exactly. We're going to be kicking in the same podcast, you know? We might fucking spar or something.
Shit. So what's next, Luis? I know you had a question too.
I have multiple questions.
Well, say one of them.
All right, you start because I can't say the word again.
What word? Aura?
Is that what it is?
Aura?
Okay.
Aura? If you guys don't know, like
this is a new term too. This is a new term too. It is part of it, no?
Yeah, and it does tie back to like to Rizz. Mm-hmm. Well, honestly,
because what is aura?
So honestly, I think aura is different because it's like the aura. So for me, if I was to describe aura, it's like if somebody walks into the room and everybody looks at him and you can just see that he's like the richest person in the room. He has that aura. Like he just gives off that like feeling that like, I don't know. It's just like, you know, you're like, dude, this guy is like that guy.
I have a little bit different mindset. I think it's like aura is more like how you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not specifically your thought, but it's like how other people sees you, that you carry yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Like the energy you bring to that room. Like, you know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You come into the place and it's like how people see you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
because it is important.
I feel like I feel like they both go together because I mean, if you're the richest person and you know it, like I'm just giving an example, right? Like this is just an example. You're the richest person and you know it, and then you're carrying yourself like I know I'm rich. You know, you walk in with like Louis Vuitton, Dior, or whatever it is. You just pulled up in a freaking Lamborghini or a Bentley or whatever it is. you know, and you're like, I know, you know, that I have all these things, because you're just gonna act normal, like this is like, oh, this is who I am because I have these things. And so when you walk in, you have confidence already because you got money or success, you know,
that energy.
Yeah. And it's like you and yourself, you just know. And then I think that's what like transfers into people, like, oh, this guy, he knows that he's rich. Like he knows that he has these things. Like that's why he carries himself like this, you know, and he's wearing all these designer, driving this nice car. He's got like, he probably has a big mansion, you know? So that's how I would describe aura, like that.
I would say yes and no, because you're talking more about like, let's say, you know, let's say your net worth, or like, you know, what you have, or like, you know, like, you know, the more money you have.
Yeah.
But it's not just
but
about that.
But that was just the example.
Like I said, for me, it is a lot more like the energy you bring out to the room. Because like, let's say you're at a party, you know, with 30 people, and then you come in, and, you know, there's one guy that's going to come in and, you know, just say hi, like, you know, just wave a little hi and then pass along. There's like no aura. Yeah. If you come in, hey, nice dressed and everything, you say what's up to, like, you know, basically most
30 people, like 30 people,
everyone in that room. Like, then, you know, if it fucking
everybody knows
your presence is felt, that's your aura is there.
Yeah, like everybody knows you.
Exactly. That's what I would say is aura is more, you know, and that's what it's like, you know. That's how you perfect it too. And it's like you said, it's a combination of everything. Yeah. How you carry yourself, social skills, because that all ties into
because I was gonna say like how you were
standing up high.
Yeah, yeah. Like, well, how you said too, it's like how you carry yourself, but like, okay, someone that carries himself like really high, like, oh yeah, you know, like I know, like I'm him, you know, like he has confidence, but nobody knows him. Would you still have aura? You go into a party, you say hi to one person, and then that's it. Would you still have aura? Yes or no?
I say you can, as long as you're like your chest is up high, you know. And like you said, there is a little bit. That's when a little bit more, like they said, the status of you comes up, because, let's say like how you said, you pull up in a nice car and everything. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, I mean, this happened, I'm pretty sure, to us before, you know, like, you know, there's places where we've gone and, you know, they don't know us or anything like that. Like, you know, we pull up in our cars and they're all right. They're good looking, you know? Yeah. And then people will just make that conversation and they just want to, they'll start vibing with you and everything, you know? So it's, you know, and it's the same thing, you know?
Yeah. And I think too, is like some people that are like, that have aura like that, you know, like they give their presence, like their presence is felt when they're in the room. Like I mean, sometimes I feel like they could be like a little more stuck up because they think that they're better than other people. Do you think, or no?
I mean, it is a possibility, but at the same time, like, it's your own energy, you know? Because like I said, in order for you to, when you actually know you're about it and everything, and you're, you know, chest up high and everything, it'll make a difference compared to someone that's not doing that at all. Yeah. You know, because even like, you know, there's people that, like, let's say, might know you and they know that you're not about it. So you're like, your aura goes down, you know? Yeah. You show something, but you're really not about it. And people know about that, you know? And that's when, like, it goes down. Yeah. But like, if you really are about it and you show it, big difference.
So what do you think goes into having aura?
How you carry yourself overall.
Like, you think that's like number one? Like,
yeah, it's how you carry yourself, your energy that you bring to the atmosphere. Like I said, if you pull up to a place and everything, and, you know, if you can lift up that room, if you can go into that room and lift everyone up, or, like, you know, make your presence felt, that's your aura. What about you? Money.
No, it's not even that.
Pull up, like, no, you know, with 100 bands thrown in the air.
No, I wouldn't even say that, because like at that point you'd just be like flaunting, like you'd be thinking that you're better than everybody else, which is like bad. And I do agree with you. It's like the energy that like you carry yourself with. You know, it's like, you know what, like it's what's crazy is I talked about this with somebody earlier too. Is like
who?
Don't worry about it.
Soy celoso.
No. Pobrecito. No. No, it's Damn, I lost my train of thought. Get fail. I'm trying to think right now.
Anyways, guys, shout out to a quick sponsor.
No, dude. No, I forgot.
Well,
no. I think it just at the end of the day, it just ties into the energy that you have and the energy that you give out. You know, it's like you could be rich, or you could be like it doesn't. This is the example that I'm giving. You know, it's like you're rich. You know, you give off energy that you're a good guy, or you could be rich and stuck up. And then you give off the energy of like
it's gonna be a different type of level of aura, whatever.
Yeah,
but at the same time though, that's what I'm saying. It's not. It doesn't just mean about like money. Like you can be like a simple, regular, basic ass like income or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna have the most money in the world, but you're not broke or nothing like that. You show up to like a place. And like I said, saludas a todos. Like everyone knows you and everything. Like your energy is there.
Yeah.
Like you're charismatic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The aura is gonna be up.
Yeah.
It's up in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about rejection?
Rejection.
Yeah. How do you take rejection?
All right. So this is where like I know like my level comes into play. Remember I said I was like a 4 to 10 when I was sober?
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because it's not that I'm confident, like not confident in myself, but at the same time, it's like there's always that little thought that I feel like, what if they're like dry or they're not about it or nothing like that,
Yeah.
And then, but when I'm drunk, it doesn't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, you're like,
whatever.
I'm
gonna go.
You're
I'm
like,
gonna say what's up.
You're like, rejected. All right, now
I know how my energy is.
Yeah.
I know how my energy is, and I know I'll capitalize on it. And I don't know. And it's like, thoughts come into play, and I'm like, well, not to be cocky or nothing, but like most of like, girls or whatever that I had my sight on or whatever, I eventually got to like, crack down on them and like, talk to them and shit like that, and yeah, that's like my big thing,
Yeah.
It's, but at the same time, like I said, I am really prideful. So that's why I don't give, like, not everywhere I go, I'll fully be talking to everyone or like, or try to be flirting with a girl or whatever. Like it's a selective few,
Yeah.
And it's a selective few, but it's like, for me, I kind of need a little bit of reinsurance before I actually, like, let's say start.
Like get committed, get committed to something.
Well, not committed, but like get my Rizz up or start, like, let's say flirting or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I gotta have a little reassurance, maybe a little small talk, maybe like, let's say, something like little, because I'm like, I don't like, like I am really prideful.
Yeah.
And reject is like, fuck this bitch and shit. Like, I try not to do that. So for me, I capitalize as soon as I know I got the in, like as long as I, there's going to be hints, dude. And I'm telling you, like, girls, it's eye contact. Sometimes it's even like a little physical touch or something. Like you can tell when a girl's like into you.
Yeah.
And can tell when she's not.
Yeah. And that goes back to like everything, it's like, it ties it all together. It's like, if a girl's like short answering you, like if you're talking to her and she's like, oh yeah, it was good. Says nothing else. You're like, oh, she's not feeling you. You're like, oh, okay, it is like, all right, my fault for like.
And sometimes girls can intimidate you too.
Yeah.
And let's say when she's a 10 out of 10, she can be a little bit intimidating because you're like, fuck, like you're taking a big challenge.
Yeah.
But if you already had that before, you're like, whatever, fuck.
Yeah, like,
I'll do it.
You're like,
Si no, que de chinga la verga.
Hey, at the end of the day,
you know your worth. You gotta know your worth.
Hey, at the end of the day, if you pull the 10 out of 10 and lost her,
you can do it again.
But you can do it again. You still pull the 10. Like it don't matter because you can still do that. Like you're still capable of doing that stuff.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Facts.
I don't like to fish though.
Get failed. Nah, like so for me, like
fuck, I gotta catch up.
Damn, bro, get failed. Okay, look, I'll tell you this.
How are you with rejection?
Me with rejection, dude, I am honestly like bad with it.
You turn emo.
I wouldn't. Nah, I wouldn't say. Nah, I wouldn't say. Nah, I wouldn't say emo.
All right.
But like, I don't know. Something about me is like it doesn't sit right. You know, I'm like, me. Okay, so look, if I was to get rejected, right?
Okay.
In my head, what's going on is like, okay, so why? Like, why did I get rejected? Right? Is it the money? Is it the fit? Is it the way that I talk to her, or is it the way this, and that? You know, it's like me.
You question yourself a lot.
Yeah, I question myself. Like, okay, so like, why? Like, why not? You know?
Yeah.
And obviously, like everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just me, and that's how I go about rejection. Like, okay, I get rejected by this girl, right? Oh, I'm trying to pick her up. But the thing is, like, when you go to the bar, you shouldn't take it too serious.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me ask you this: do you think that you're gonna find your wife in a bar?
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
So that's why I don't take it too serious, you know? So with me, like, okay, you know, if that happens, like at a bar, that's what I'm saying, like at a bar.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm honestly going to say a good way to practice is at the bar.
Because there's a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know, like if you're at the bar, you're probably drinking already. You know, you have a little bit of liquid courage. You just go out there and, you know, do your thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's what they say. It's like practice makes perfect.
And then too, I do like a challenge though. Because like for me, like there's like, I'm telling you, for me, I kind of do like a challenge because I've seen sometimes when there's like, let's say a girl that stands out in the room.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, like the aura. She gives out the aura.
Yeah. She has her own aura, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She baddie. And then I see like, you know, 2-3 guys trying to get at her.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, you know, she doesn't go with them or give them attention. And I'm like, oh, this is my time.
You're like, I'm next.
Yeah. No, this is my time to shine. And I'm like, I'm going to be different. And then when you can pull that off, dude, oh my God. Your
confidence goes up.
And I remember doing this, dude. I remember doing this like one time, dude. Oh my God. I was like, dude, I'm up here.
You were high. You were like, oh.
Yeah. Like, I'm up. I'm the guy. I'm that guy, dude. Because I'm telling you, I remember one time, and you were with me. I don't know if you remember or not. But I remember like one time, dude, there was like, you know, I was like almost to the end of like, you know, the night of the bar.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like she went to like, you know, there was like 2 or 3 guys like trying to talk to her, sitting alone right there.
She didn't give them the time of day.
Yeah, she didn't give them the time of day. Some reason, I don't know what the fuck I said or something, but that made me a pedo, dude. And yeah, I got her.
That was it?
Yeah, and that was it.
And that's the thing, dude, is like, I don't know. But everything, like I said, everybody takes rejection differently. Mm-hmm. The way that I see it, you can either learn from it, mm-hmm. or you can like, kind of like.
But at the same time, like I don't, like how you said, it's like how you said, for you, it's like, you know, you question yourself a lot.
Yeah, because
like when you get rejected.
Yeah, because
right?
for me, like I'm like, okay, so like, what can I do better?
Okay,
that's what I think. It's like, okay, how can I make myself better? For
me, it's the opposite.
How do you think then?
For me, I'm like, fuck this bitch. I'm like, I know myself. I'm confident enough. Like I know my worth. Yeah. And I'm like, if she's not into it or not, it's a pierde. Like, you know, it's her loss. Like for me, it's her loss because I know like what I like, you know, what I provide. Yeah. How I carry myself and everything. But what if she like provided more than you? What if she like, okay, she's like, bro, you're gonna bring that shit out of me.
Okay, so what is she like? Okay, she's like, oh, like you don't make enough money, for example, right? You don't make enough money. Then what?
All right, but for me, that's a fucking gold digger. I don't give a fuck, you know.
Well, no, but how can she be a gold digger if she makes more than other people?
What can she provide?
What do you mean?
What can she provide?
Why can't or can?
No, what can she provide for you?
Okay, so say you meet it's different here, obviously, because it's like you know, but like somewhere like higher up, you know, like if you're like
give me a scenario,
like if you're okay, so say you're in LA, because there's a lot of successful people in LA and you don't know it, right? You go to LA, you go to a bar, you see this girl, and you're like, you know, what's up? Hey, what's up with you? And she's vibing with you, and then I mean, I guess she was like vibing with you for a little bit, and then the big question comes out, because I think in LA it's like a big deal. It's like, how much do you make? Mm-hmm. Right? She makes 400,000, right? You make 200,000. All right. So then she's like, oh, you know what? Like,
what profession are you at?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna ask her what profession she is in.
Okay, but what if she's turned off?
No, what profession do you think it makes 400,000 as a girl?
OF.
Yeah, no.
OF.
This bitch, yeah.
OF. Dude, if she's a 10 out of 10, OF.
Guys can't make that much money on OF.
No, that is crazy.
It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's, for me, it's like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm gonna say another thing. I'm gonna bring like another topic up. Girls that are into that and they make a lot of money. I mean, they can be prideful about like the money they make and everything,
Hmm.
but at the same time, they're sacrificing their like their dignity. I would say.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like, I mean, like
But
as a girl, it's because like the thing is with girls, they measure themselves like as if they were a guy, like like the money they make and everything like that.
mhm,
But like as a guy, you don't care. Like I told you, like, I've said this before in another podcast of ours.
yeah.
I don't care as a like for me as a guy, I don't care if a girl makes like $10 an hour in McDonald's or like fucking 50 hours an hour
Or she,
somewhere else.
yeah,
Like,
or she makes 50 an hour or
you
whatever.
know,
Like she
like
has her
for
own
me,
business or whatever it is.
for me, for me, getting a partner is like more of a piece.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
and
you
for
did say that.
me,
Yeah, you did say that last time.
and for me, that's that's the difference.
Let me ask you another question,
All right, go
real
ahead.
quick.
You tell me. All right.
Would you feel like you were less of a man if
Uh-huh.
a girl made more than you?
Um,
Say she started her business and you were still working your uh we'll say 8 to 5, whatever it is, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever.
mhm,
And she had her own business. She had stuff going for her, right?
okay.
Would you feel intimidated by that? Like if she made more money than you, like she had her own business, all this stuff.
I wouldn't feel intimidated because everyone has different opportunities
Mm-hmm.
and different ways they can capitalize
Yeah, on
on
it.
things.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really feel like any lesser. Even if like, let's say she was making more like money than me, I would still want to be the provider and everything
Mm-hmm.
overall. Like I still like let's say her money at the end of the day, even if she's making really good and she's making like let's say clean money,
Mm-hmm.
like a legit
Yeah.
business and whatnot, I still do want to be the main provider. Um, it will motivate me to work even harder.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a competition against like me and her.
Yeah. It's like
But
motivation.
at the same time,
Like,
it's a motivation. Like, I got to step my game up even more for this girl
yeah.
to, like, let's say,
To get on her level
that.
or above.
The only thing with that, though, it is when girls do have that, they do have, like, more of a male mindset.
Mm.
Because if you think about it, how do you run a business?
Like you-
Stressful as fuck. It's stressful. It's like, running a business is going to be stressful as fuck. It is a lot of time put into it and everything.
Yep.
A lot of competitive mindset to it.
Yeah.
And it does give the girl more masculine traits.
Yeah.
And that's when it's a little bit more tough,
Yeah, that is true though.
And then a lot of girls nowadays, when they earn a lot, they are a little more stuck up. They think they're above you.
That is
They
true.
think they're above you and they start disrespecting you as a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it's a little bit more like,
It causes like
I don't
problems.
need this shit. Yeah, like how you're like, I don't need this shit and everything,
Yeah.
And like I told you, there was times in my life when I made a lot of money and had no money.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't believe that like money to be a path of happiness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is good to have money, because it's, it makes a comfortable like lifestyle. But at the same time, like I'm telling you, there was a time for me where like when I was making the most money.
Like you've been through the highs and lows,
Yeah,
and you know what it's like, and you know what it's like. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
What about you?
I was just curious.
What about you? If a girl makes more money than you?
Well, honestly, like I would have to agree with you because it's like if you meet a girl, right, and she's making more money than you, and you're making like like half of what she makes. Say, like an example,
you're making 100,000,
and you're making 50, and you're making 50, right? For me, as a guy, well, at least for me, just me personally, like I like to be. It's bad, but like I like to be competitive. So I'm like, you know what? I need to do more.
Exactly.
Like again, and like you said, it gives you like motivation, But like for me, like as like how I am, I'm really competitive. So I'm like, you know what? I need somebody to push me. Like, you know what? Oh, she's making this. All right, I'm gonna make 150. All right, and then she's the same way. She's like, hold on, I'm gonna make 200, and then me right back. All right, I'm gonna make 250. Like back, like dude, it's gonna go back to back to back. Like that's just the person I am because I'm really competitive. I'm like, I'm not gonna lose. Yeah. Like I want to keep going. So that's just how I am. But at the end of the day, like it wouldn't bother me. It's like how you said, like they have different opportunities to capitalize on. So
like everyone overall, everyone. It's not just girls and guys.
Yeah,
Everyone has different opportunities. Everyone has different
different mindsets, different opportunities. It's like it's literally just the way that you spend your time. It's like if you go to school, like you go to school for something and you make a business out of it. Like next thing you know, like you're balling, or somebody that stays at home all day and like goes works a 9 to 5. It is what it is, and you're like, oh, I'm happy with just getting by.
I got another question for you now.
All right,
there's a juicy one too. Okay, let's say how you the same scenario that you said. She's making 100,000, you're making 50,000. Who's gonna be the leadership in the relationship?
So,
like, if she tells you something, oh, we're gonna do this, and that's final.
So honestly, for me,
you're gonna be okay.
No, for me,
let's go.
No, for me, like, I like to wear. I like to be the man in the relationship. Okay. It's like literally like how you like. I don't know if a couple of episodes before we talked about it, but it was like the guy should take the male role. The girl should still feel feminine, right? Because once she starts taking like a male role, sort of say.
So there's no 50-50?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, yes, there could be 50-50, but like you could still be a man. And like, oh, we're gonna do this, and then she's like, okay, yeah, like it is, like, yeah, like I want you to take charge of that, Girls like, I mean, I shouldn't say all girls, but like some girls like when you take control, like, what, we're gonna go do this at this time or whatever, and then what, they'll just, because they like to be feminine, even if they make more money than you, like you're still taking charge, because I feel like if you let those roles switch, then it's like now you're put in a feminine role. Males are put in a feminine role, and then the
disrespect starts to happen.
Yeah, and then it starts to happen. So then you have to keep, like, it shouldn't. I'm not even gonna say like put them in line, but like you have to have no, like you have to have no, you have to have that like just that mindset, and like like honestly, like communication is key in like all relationships too. Though it's like
be okay. I'm gonna say another thing else. You gotta be straight up forward.
Yeah.
With your, let's say, partner. If there's something that like you don't actually agree with it, don't hold it back. I would actually say it's more confident of you actually being straight up forward and not caring if, let's say, you're gonna lose that partner for you just saying it.
So I mean, I feel like
you would hold back? Let's say
no.
Let's say there's something like about it, like a girl that you're with, and you're not happy with something. But let's say if you tell her something, you think it'll jeopardize like the relationship. Would you hold back or what?
No, look, like for me, like I'll never hold back. I'll like tell it straightforward, right? The thing is like as long, and I can attest to this because like me, I used to be like a bad communicator. So like if you can't communicate, then nothing's like it's gonna go nowhere. Yeah. The thing is like when you communicate, like, hey, like like how you said, put in a situation like, oh, I want to do this instead of that. Yada yada yada. She's like, okay, well, like, what about she gives you like a different option, but you're like, oh, go, I don't want to do that. Like I really want to do this. You guys communicate, come to an agreement together. Instead of just being like, what, like I need to
this my way,
like
way.
It's like I need to have the final word. It's like it's better for you to like, okay, compromise and be like, well, you know what, we'll meet in the middle, and like ahí está, like that way you're both happy.
I would say yes in a way. Like I'm telling you, if there's a problem, it's good to bring it up. Like don't I don't think it should be something that you hold back.
Like don't bottle it up.
Yeah, don't bottle it up or nothing. Actually, like if you actually want to make that relationship work, bring it up right then and there, Yeah. And, there might be times there might be compromise for sure. I think that's not, bad.
And there's sometimes you're going to come to
disagreements. And like I said, if you carry yourself and, like I think, I don't know if it is fucking toxic trait of mine or nothing, but like how I said, I am prideful, like in a stand-up business. Yeah. I guess. And like for me, like, if there is something, I still can come to a compromise, but at the same time, like if there is something I disagree with, I will point it out. Yeah, and I will say it.
And I think that should be
with
fair.
My chest.
And that's the thing is like I think you should be like I think you should be able to say what's wrong with it. Like if you know this, like if you think that something's wrong or like don't feel right about it, I think guys in general should be able to talk about it. And, if their girls like, oh, you know what? Like, that's fine. We don't have to do that. Or like, like compromise with them.
Yeah.
Because that's like the key. As long as you express what you feel.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Yeah, no. And as long as you agree with that compromise.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like compromise is like you guys coming together.
But I'm saying there's people that compromise, but they still don't agree with it, or they're not happy with it as a guy.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I know when you're like into a girl and everything, you do get a little bit simpy. Not you in general, but like, guys in general, they do get a little simpy if they don't want to.
Yeah.
And shit like that. But at the same time, you can't let your character, your pride, your aura go down,
Yeah.
Now you gotta stand on business and you gotta say with your chest,
Yeah.
And I feel like it is more confident of you when you bring something up that you're not disagree with.
Yeah.
And you don't care about the repercussion.
Yeah.
I would say.
Like the consequences.
Yeah, you don't care about the consequences. Like you don't care, like let's say she's gonna break up with you. Oh, that's for the extreme, but like she's gonna break up with you or nothing. Yeah. Like you'd rather bring a point up and lay it out there.
Yeah. And
you can, like I said, there's always a possibility
work through it
to come to a compromise. But like
sometimes, well, I mean, it comes back to like sometimes people don't agree with each other. It's like, and then it is what it is. It's like, okay, like you don't agree with this, but I agree with it, and it's like, okay. Like maybe they weren't the one for you. It's like
exactly.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like it's literally life. You go through it, and you live and you learn.
I have another question for you, but fuck, I don't know. I want to make this long.
One more, and then we'll be done.
All right. You think relationships nowadays are not, let's say, longevity? They're more short
term.
Like all relationships nowadays are short term. Like let's say. Like how you said, like, back in the day, their grandpas and grandmas.
Yeah, like they're married for a long time.
Married? A long time. Death.
Yeah.
It was like the true religion till death do us apart.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a relationship is what?
Short.
And there's like a saying, the 7-year rule or whatever.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you this. I think relationships nowadays are more about lust. Mm-hmm. Like lust is like you fall in love with what you see. Mm-hmm. Oh, this girl has a nice body. Oh, I want to go, I want to go do this and that. Yeah. Right. But
is that what you're going for?
No, it's like, so
I'm asking you personally.
No. So there's lust and love.
Yeah.
Right. So lust is like you fall in love with what you see. Right. It's like in front of you and you're like, oh, I lust for this person. Like I have love for the
sexual tension.
Yes. It's like, but yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. And then like love, I feel like you are genuinely, like you get to know the person, like you have like deep conversations and this and that, like you just connect with them, right? Without the sex, or like without anything, like without the sex, without like all that stuff. Because think of it this way: if you were to take sex away from your relationship, what would you have? Say somebody met somebody and they just wanted them for the sex, right? They take the sex away. What would you have then? You don't have anything because you were never connected.
They were only attracted because of the lust.
Yeah, because of the lust,
sexual
right?
tension.
Yes, because that was it, right? So then once you get rid of that, you don't have anything. So that's why I think this generation is kind of like, or like like nowadays it's like. It's more lust. It's more lust than love. And I mean, it's basically facts because we're underpopulated. So it's like, not many. Well, I guess the economy too, but that's a different topic. But yeah. What do you think?
In a way, I think you are kind of right. I think a lot of people just, how I said, like I always said this, and I'll say it again. Social media did impact us a lot. Yep. Because back then, like how we're talking about this, they didn't have nothing. A lot of like, let's say girls or guys, whatever, they think that like if they can't be with this girl, or like let's say that girlfriend or whatever, that partner isn't going to be enough because there's always other options.
Yeah.
Because they're looking like you're looking online and you're like, oh, okay, I see.
You're
this
seeing
girl.
everybody, everybody
you're
posting
seeing this girl and stuff
that,
like that, and she's giving you a little attention. I might go get at her,
Yeah.
And I mean, that's part of your morals, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's your own mindset. Like, you know, you can be that guy that can get multiple girls, but it's your own morals, like, you know, just be stuck with one person.
Yeah.
Same thing as a girl.
Yep.
It's your morals overall.
And it's like with guys, I feel like, yo, somebody told me this one time. Guys fall in love with what they see.
Mhm.
Girls fall in love with what they hear.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it's right or wrong, right? Because obviously, like, we don't have a girl here, like,
Mhm.
to separate them. But it could be true because, like, girls are more in it to, like, I want to say, like, love. I mean, because the girls.
I think it is more.
'cause-
It is true
yeah.
because, like, let's say, as a girl, if you can sweet talk a girl and everything, you might
Mhm.
be an ugly ass nigga, but like if you sweet talk to her, you know, she'll give you everything.
Yeah, that's like love right there.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
And like how you said, as a guy, you might go more like towards a body and everything,
And then it's like lust.
and then
you
it's
know?
but at the same time, like for me personally, there's been like, you know, girls that I've been like, you know, let's say not fully falling for, but I've like, you know, didn't really care much about their looks. Like, you know, for sure, their looks played a part. I like at the very beginning,
Yeah.
but like how the way they carry themselves, the way the energy is like towards me,
Like presented to
like,
you, you know?
yeah, the energy she gives me
Mhm.
is what I'm more attracted of.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I mean, this might be a little bit my own mindset, but I do always believe, like, you know, it's better to attract a girl that liked you from the very start, like, you know,
Mhm.
compared to a girl that you fucking had to persuade her
Like
and everything.
work
you know?
for it. Like,
Yeah,
not
well,
really work for it, but like,
I know there's been like girls, you know, let's say that, like, let's say you lied or whatnot, and
Yeah.
like, you know, you're trying, like, you know, she finally hit you up after the fucking
60th text.
60th text and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like, you know, she was stuck up at the very beginning
Yeah.
or something, compared to a girl that, like, from the very first time she was actually like attracted to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when it's more genuine.
Yeah.
And like I said, I do feel like a relationship, for it to work, the girl has to like you more than the guy likes the girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my own thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could have worked that way. It's like it just comes all back
Like
to
I'm telling you, there's girls that have been attracted to a lot more, like, let's say, emotional and everything
than she is to you.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah.
it's not more of lust. It was more of because like the connection
Yeah.
overall, and like the way, the energy she gave me.
Yeah.
You know, the energy she gave me. That's
And it's
the
like, and
biggest thing.
you can feel it too. It's like, oh, okay, like you know what? Like I feel,
And
like,
I can tell. I'm
yeah.
telling you, you can tell when a girl likes you.
Yeah, like and
you
that's
know,
the thing.
Like when she's actually like, you know, like, let's say, texting you back and forth, or
Like
giving
back
you
to
little
like literally like,
calls and
hey,
everything.
if she's texting you like back to like, dude, like,
All right, what attracts you from a girl? Like, let's say.
okay, so for a girl, dude, like, get fell. I look.
Why you daydreaming, bro?
No, I'm not trying to think, but for me,
Uh-huh.
are we going by looks or like, but what she does?
No, you say. I'm telling you, looks doesn't matter. Like, it's her
When
actions.
look, when it's her actions, it's like when she texts you instantly, you know, she's like, oh, back to back. You text her, all right, you know, within like 5-10 minutes, text you back, right? For me, I'm like, you know what? Like, she's putting in the time of day to like look at the text, read it, message me back right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, you know, they can't do that all the time because they are busy.
Mm-hmm.
But when they can reply decently quick, me, I'm like, you know what? Like, she's interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she doesn't give you the time of day, she's gonna leave you on red. Like, she's gonna open it, leave it on red for a couple of days, and then be like, "Oh, sorry, like I was busy." A day, 8 hours, whatever later.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it last time. We're like, "Oh, what happens if like you read the text? Should you reply right away?"
For me, it's good to, like, let's say, have a little like time distance, because like how I said, like, everyone gets busy and everything, but I think it's more of like what that message is bringing to it. Like, it's the energy that she's putting to that message.
Yeah.
So there's girls that will reply like quick as fuck, but they're dry as fuck.
And
for
so
me,
like,
that's
the
when
worst.
it's like the biggest, like, you know,
Turn
let's
off.
say turn off
Yeah.
and everything. Like, for me, if a girl, like, let's say, wants to keep a conversation going,
that she's gonna
like,
try.
you know, she's interested in you, and that's when you can tell she's interested in you. And that's what I value more.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if a girl will be messaging you and she's actually like
into you, she's
you know,
like,
questioning, like, you know, how's your day and everything.
She's being engaging,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she's
yeah,
engaging
exactly.
in the conversation. You know, she's like,
Yeah,
asking
she's
you
not
questions.
short answers. Like, you know,
Yep.
like there's times when, like, you know, you can text a girl and your text has like potential for her to reply back with like a good answer
Yeah.
and keep the conversation going. But then when she completely cuts it off and everything, like even for like, you know, it turns, as a guy, it'll be like, what the fuck do I say? Like,
no, because you can
fuck
just
this
feel
bitch,
it.
you
No,
know?
no, you can just feel it. Like you
Yeah,
can just
yeah,
feel
yeah.
it. That's the thing.
Exactly. And when a girl's genuinely into you,
Mhm.
she'll keep that
Yeah,
fucking
she'll
conversation
keep it going because she wants to keep talking to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I like, let's say, value more.
Yeah.
And it's not about text or anything like that. Conversations, like in person and
Yeah.
everything. She's gonna be doing the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Or like little actions and everything too. Because I'm, like I said, if you're in person and everything too, for me, I'm more like a physical love and everything.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't have to be fully sexual, but like a little grabbing your hand or laying on your shoulder,
like little
or
things,
something
you know,
like that. Little like that is like,
it's
you
like
know,
just
like
physical
she
touch.
actually, she actually is into you, you know?
Yeah.
Like if she can show that, that's when it's like more engaging, more attractive.
Because like, you know that like she's into you.
Yeah,
You know, like when she
exactly.
does those things.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing with like 10 out of 10 is they're like more stuck up. I'll tell you that.
There's like a crazy and hot matrix. Yeah. It's like if they're a 10 in hot, they're 10 and crazy. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you do find like when they're 10 hot and like 5 crazy, you know? So it's like they're not that crazy, but they're still hot.
You like them to be crazy? I'll tell you that.
Low-key, I think I like a little bit of toxic in them.
Me too.
That's what we're together.
Yeah, I know.
But guys, we're getting it right here. If you guys want to see more, let us know in the comments. I really like this episode. We are more than happy to keep talking about this. So you guys let us know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for following. You know, if you follow us, Taking Shots Podcast. We have a TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Everything, guys. So thank you, and till the next time.
Keep taking shots.
Mic drop.